Hello, so this is going to be for the Ascendant in Leo transit information for this week. So, starting off, we have November 11th, the Sun in Scorpio, sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So, for Leos, that's in your 4th and your 6th house. Seems like for this kind of couple of dates here, Leo is doing I feel like there's two halves. For the first part of this week, there's for some reason a big focus on the ego, on things that come up in the way that you're interacting with people, where all of a sudden you realize a moment where you're like, wait, was that real me or was that not me? Like, what am I coming into conflict with? On like a very social level. For some reason, there's something about the social stuff here. But yeah, so for Leo, it's in your 4th and your 6th house, Scorpio can help you uncover the family secrets and resources in your 4th house. And with this, sharing information with your 6th house, where Pluto has been working for a while now, this could indicate an increased focus on your diet, your hygiene, any housekeeping. Maybe it's time to also see if there's any bad habits that you picked up from, I guess, inherited things here, like could be behaviors, lifestyles, I don't know. This is just saying maybe it's time to question, like, am I in alignment with that? So for the next transit, we have November 15th, Mars in Aquarius, sextile Uranus retrograde. It's in Aries. It has been ever since November 6th, so that's really fresh still. We have for Leo Ascendant, 7th house and 9th house. Mars in Aquarius may have you feeling a little caged, balancing your commitments to your partners, romantic or business. But if you can't carefully plan a day far away from it all, because this is kind of I feel like some resistance here, maybe try using that extra energy in the moment where you're feeling like there's resistance to it, like, oh man, like, why am I having such trouble with commitments? Maybe instead of using that tension to sit there trying resolving it, this is something maybe to take care of ego stuff. As soon as they crop up, try to address it in the moment. Something about that is apparently supposed to help. I'm looking up a lot of this information from different resources, but for some reason that popped up to me as something important. Uranus does sometimes like to throw in short notice travel when it's in the 9th house, but with it in retrograde in Aries, be sure to confirm your destination isn't a hotspot for demonstrations, political protests, etc., as it might get interrupted, especially with kind of political stuff happening right now. Who knows? For your next transit, November 15th, Mars goes from Aquarius, to Pisces. So for Leo, Mars in your 8th house may indicate a tendency to draw more from the hidden worlds around you for inspiration in your creative world. Private affairs of others, lost or hard to find cultures and belief systems, forbidden or taboo topics like sex or mysticism. And you maybe, like, for some reason visually just like really be trying to make some kind of a message about, or like an homage to some kind of underdog, oppressive group, something like that. I don't know. Then November 16th, Venus goes direct in Libra. So it has been in retrograde right here in Libra for a while, just the beginning of the month. So it's been nice to kind of feel some balance. And now it seems like now that it's going direct, things are going to get a lot more clear, communication, that kind of stuff. Which is funny because we also get Mercury in retrograde right after that. So it's kind of unfair, but still. Things should improve. It's always going to improve. For Leo, Venus in your 3rd house with Libra has people really loving your words and your kind of outer aesthetics. You're going to be feeling like people are receiving you just like as if you're very personable and fair-minded. So try and take advantage of that. Get really social. Make new connections. Enjoy the atmosphere. That sort of thing. I feel like it's just really effortless for some reason. Like, you're not trying. I think something about this energy, like you're not even really having to try. People are just really being like around you, enjoying what's going on. It's just really fun. For the last transit here, November 16th. Yeah, so Mercury retrograde. Right after Venus goes direct in Libra, you get Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is all higher learning stuff, spiritual wisdom. That's why long distance is included, because it involves like really understanding, wow, like everybody's so different, and like it's all this great experience of feeling connected with like all these different people from really physically far away places. So for Leo, it's a time to focus more on what inspires you, looking to take in and digest instead of communicating and sharing new projects or ideas. Creative streams may run kind of dry, so use this as a break from the pressures of being absolutely original, to regenerate your sources of inspiration. So you're looking at figuring out like maybe areas that you have kind of been losing track of, like you really wanted to keep up on something or read a book or something like that. That it's a good time for that. So basically, because of that mentality that you're really looking to kind of slow down and digest, this may make it kind of hard to start off new relationships if you're doing romantically kind of searching right now. You'll find them inspiring, but like you'll really want to be around them because they're like so interesting and like it's kind of inspiring to be around them. Maybe your creativity would really pick up and stuff like that, but still it's not a good idea because something about that energy is not a good time to start new relationships. So that being said, could pull a couple cards. See if there's any messages. Lady of Wisdom, I think it's the second time I've gotten that. Seems like that's come up 2 or 3 times. Okay, so for this week for Leo, I get the sense here, funny enough, maybe this is kind of coming up. Raccoons, they have this funny role in their group. They say like, they have like a watcher basically, and there's a group, as they go and they find food and stuff, one of them stands up and like watches around and makes sure like they're safe so they can kind of get into the food and everything. It's really funny. Taking food out of people's trash cans and that kind of stuff. Basically, maybe this feeling of like knowing that sometimes you kind of sit on the sidelines and you're like support, and sometimes you're like out there doing your thing, like feeling like people have your back, that kind of a thing. There's like some kind of relationship there this week. For the Lady of Wisdom, I feel like this is a good sign. Abundance, prosperity. So, and then it's literally right next to Knight of Wisdom. There we go. So it seems like for some reason this week you're getting really methodical, very responsible, something about that. I'd say it's going to be a good opportunity for you. This is, like I said, first half of the week it seems like people are more resistant. You're having to kind of like really watch yourself, think about where the ego is and stuff like that. And then the second week, it seems like a lot of creativity, a lot of fun. Or second part of the week. Anyways, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be putting up more of this every week, so you can kind of keep track of things as the transits go through, and kind of adjust your creativity along the way. So I'm also putting together an Instagram where I will have this put together into just like little pictures on Instagram. So I'll be posting an update on that